Every sunset is an opportunity to reset, and every sunrise begins with new eyes. And that's the wisdom from today's story. Hi, this is Shuchita, your host and psychologist who trains people to build mental strength. Welcome back to Reprogram Podcast, where we believe you only need a brief stop, a pause, to reprogram your entire life to build a life of happiness and purpose. We talk about pain and everything dreadful to find strength and wisdom from our own life experiences. We build mental strength and our ability to bounce back through the process of inner reflections and planning. Have you ever felt like giving up in the face of adversity? Have you ever felt like the challenges in your life are too much to bear? If so, I want you to listen closely to this story and be inspired by the strength and determination of the person I'm about to tell you. I want to share a story about one of my clients who battled symptoms of depression after losing her job. My client had been working at the same company for over a decade. She loved her job, her colleagues, and the sense of purpose it gave her. But as life would have it, her company had to let her go, and including several other employees. At first, my client was in shock. She couldn't believe that after all these years, she was suddenly out of job. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, it began to sink into deep depression. She felt like her life had lost all meaning and purpose. She had trouble sleeping, had no appetite, and found herself constantly crying. That's when she decided to seek professional help and came to me feeling lost and hopeless. When we started working together and when I was helping her reprogram her thoughts and emotions, she used to seek a lot of reassurance from me, completely unsure that whether she'll be able to find herself back again. She would constantly ask me, "I'll be fine, right? I can get better, okay? Things are going to work out in my life, right?" We started working on building her mental strength and resilience. Once I started, we began implementing a lot of mental strength training techniques to help her overcome her symptoms of depression and anxiety and self-doubt. One of the key strategies that we started, and one of the most initial strategies that I started using with her, was journaling. At first, she was hesitant. She did not see how journaling could possibly help her feel better. For those of you who don't know, journaling is a process where we put down our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions and how things have happened in our life on a piece of paper or in a diary. Through journaling, we gain clarity on our thoughts and emotions. Journaling helps us identify patterns and triggers that may be contributing to our negative feelings. And it also teaches us in that same process how to learn how to reframe our thoughts and adopt a more positive mindset. She was scared that instead of feeling better, she'll most likely start feeling worse, bringing it all out on papers. But I insisted that she does it, and I assured her that I'm there for her to help her manage if anything got worse, until she doesn't feel capable of doing it all by herself. So when, after all the resistance, she finally started doing it, there was no turning back. For her, journaling provided a safe and private space to explore her thoughts and emotions. She was able to process her grief and sadness over losing her job. And we didn't just use it for her to, put her thoughts and feelings down. We started using journaling for her to learn how to explore her thoughts, and even encouraged her to use that space to track her progress as she applied the mental strength techniques we were working on. Using journaling alone, we built a strong loop of feedback for her and for me, both of us to see, monitor, and work with. She continued to journal and noticed a number of benefits. She soon found that She felt more in control of her thoughts and emotions. She was able to herself identify negative thought patterns and question me back as to why it was happening. She started to learn how to reframe those negative thoughts in more positively and felt more self-aware, and that helped her build a lot of self-compassion. Journaling is just one of the many mental strength training techniques that can help build resilience and mental toughness. By practicing techniques such as mindfulness, gratitude, positive self-talk, along with journaling, anyone can develop a more positive and fulfilling life. In addition to journaling, we also started to work on other mental strength training techniques, right? She started using a lot of affirmations for herself. She started practicing meditation, right? And over time, she began to feel more empowered and resilient in the face of her challenges. She brought in a lot of life changes also. She changed her routine. She started self-care habits. There was a lot that we did. But through that whole process, what happened was that she started to see the world in a different light. She realized that losing her job was not the end of the world, and that there were still many opportunities out there. She started to explore new avenues, took up new hobbies, and started volunteering in her community. She also started networking with people and found that she was still a valuable asset in many organizations. And that's what happens when you're overpowered by negative thinking and negative thought processes and feelings. We don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. But there's always a light. And that's what we need to find. So over time, my client's mental health improved. She started sleeping better, she had more energy, and she was able to eat again. She found a new sense of purpose and meaning in her life. She even landed a new job that was more fulfilling for her than the previous one. The journey of building mental strength isn't always easy, but it is possible. Right? It's important to focus on the fact that one needs to overcome your negative emotions, one step at a time. So what do we learn from my client's story today? The first thing is that it's okay to feel lost and hopeless after a major life change. And losing a job is a major life change. So be it. But it's important to seek help when you need it. When you feel you're not able to do it alone, speak to a professional, reach out. Let them help you find light until you can see the light at the end of the tunnel yourself. Second, building mental strength and resilience takes time and effort. It's not an overnight process. For my client, it took her 3 months. But with the right mindset and tools, anyone can reprogram their thoughts and emotions to find a sense of purpose and meaning in their life. And finally, most important, losing a job is not the end of the world. It can be a new beginning, a new opportunity to explore new avenues and find new purpose. As they say, until one door is going to close, how will you knock at the other one and open that? You never know what's behind that door. I hope my client's story has inspired you and given you the courage to face your own challenges with resilience and mental strength. Just remember, no matter how dark things may seem right now, there's always a way out. So if you're feeling lost or hopeless in this moment, just get started on your journey of mental strength. It won't be easy. I promise it won't be easy. But I also promise that it's going to be worth it. It is possible. Start journaling today. Put those negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, and everything that's clouding your mind down on those sheet of papers. No need to feel scared. Because if I can, my client could, so can you. And hey, you're not alone anymore on this journey. I'm here, we're all here. So get going, my champion. Build a positive and a fulfilling life for yourself. You deserve it. Well, my client's journey was long. It took her 3 months of therapy together. And in the process, while she learned so many techniques, she feels empowered. She's out there living her life beautifully. Yours could be shorter or maybe longer. But trust me when I say, at the end of the day, you'll find your light too. You'll find your sunrise too. So until then, I hope this story has been able to bring some sort of hope in your heart, and it's made you feel slightly, if not a lot, slightly, a tad bit motivated to get things going for the positive. And I want to know from you if it did or if it did not, or if you already have a wisdom story. I'm eager to hear that. Write to me in the email that I've provided in the description box. And until then, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you next Friday. Until then, signing off.